President Trump has said he had those classified
Oh yeah,
folders.
popped
and
out
so
of my
forth
YouTube live at the same time, because
but
why
it
the fuck
appears you've
not?
changed
We
your
can do
tune,
shit
saying
like
now the
this all
discovery
day.
of Biden's classified information
Live
would put
on
him in
YouTube
potential
right
violation
now.
of laws protecting national
Live on
security. So help us
Buttonabs
better
Twitch.
understand this.
Buttonabs, put your link up to your Twitch.
If you play just snippets, Pamela, you certainly aren't going to get the context of any of our conversations. And obviously, the conversation was related to President Trump, unlike Vice President Biden, claimed that the documents that he had already been declassified. And so what I was pointing to, which was the important issue that you asked me in the beginning, is that the archivists and the FBI didn't ask anybody in national security or intelligence as to what the risk of the documents had been surrendered, as I just said on this interview, or even the documents that might likely be at the Trump residence. Now, I got to tell you, Pamela, I've been very concerned about the inconsistencies that you're hearing from commentators on, well, Biden didn't, this was inadvertent. He didn't mean to 6 years ago walk out of the vice president's office with these classified documents. The concern that we all have is the abuse of power that was done by the Biden administration, where they raided his home. Now, they didn't just take classified documents from Mar-a-Lago. Here are the pages of the filing of the Biden administration. They even walked out with Trump's passport. Now, you could be an intern at the FBI and Trump's passport's not classified documents. The concern here is what's acceptable from our government. Is it acceptable that they raid a former president's home, the political rival to President Biden, and actually his announced candidate and his likely announced candidate? If we allow what we find acceptable from our government to change based on, wait, Pamela, this is important.
Hold on, I will let you finish this, but I think you're missing critical information.
If we allow what we find acceptable from the government to change based upon whether or not we like the target of the government, or whether or not we believe either religiously or politically with that person, we're walking away from the foundational principles of our Constitution.
Right.
President Trump's house should not have been raided. That's the huge difference between here and President Biden's situation. They're allowing him to do it himself, even with some unclassified people who don't even have classified, ratings, to be able to look at these documents. This inequality, this hypocritical aspect, especially from President Biden having condemned.
I see you killed your shit. Fair enough,
right, and he did. I mean, he did condemn it, and we have scrutinized that.
I just did it to fuck with you. You can delete it.
And now there have been approximately 20 classified documents found at various properties, and certainly.
I mean, you want to dick for dick with bond powers? We can both fuck around.
The key difference here that Trump and his team defied a subpoena. They said they had turned over everything, and yet evidence developed in the investigation.
Tell him I fucked with you, fucked with me,
which started the obstruction of justice investigation.
I didn't realize
so that is a key difference here of why the FBI searched that residence.
I love it.
It wasn't an obstruction of justice investigation.
Now, absolutely, that was part of it. Absolutely, it was.
My point had been and remains.
Fair is fair, man. It's like a back and forth.
Had several steps he could go through before he's playing around in Melania's closet.
It went on for
months
and months and months and months. I mean, there was tremendous deference.
And they believed, and the Trump
I got a bunch of viewership, so it looks like I had like a whole shitload of people watching on YouTube real quick.
And
if y'all are watching on YouTube, full shows over on Twitch as well.
The former president's home, the political rival of President
Biden. Let me go ahead and pop my banner up.
High level scrutiny.
Twitch.tv/RealMightyJoe.
It was because the national security was at risk, because they didn't even ask.
Thanks for watching on YouTube, whoever's watching over there. So yeah, and that chat works. So you guys can say hello.
Well, Jim, this will mark a significant shift in the leadership at the White House. As CNN has confirmed, Chief of Staff Ron Klain is expected to step down from his post in the coming week.
All right. Enough of that shit. Fucking YouTube will autoplay the fucking. YouTube will run your show for you if you let it. Fucking. All right. So there's wild shit popping off in Atlanta. There's this multi-stream Wolfpack that 990 popped up earlier. So let's go see what's going on with this.
Right.
Let's jump into it. Put it up.
I think a lot of media is going to be like a little bit hesitant to either pop any information on this until they get.
Oh, there wasn't a lot of people talking about this, but this is definitely one of those things.
I saw this on Instagram before I popped into your channel, actually.
What he told us, he said it was crazy to see this, and it really was a situation that,
like I was watching this shit live stream. Oh, people out in the streets.
Ukraine.
I'm gonna tear them way down, but just because fucking he's got a lot of obnoxious audio. Gunter God just raided, dude. Thank you for the Gunter God with the raid, dude. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. And if anyone wants to call and join the show, you're all more than welcome to do that. Yeah, I'll put the link up in the chat. Because Gunter and God got a lot of people that like to call in that hang out. So there you go. If you guys want to call in the chat, it's right there. Feel free to do that. Thank you for the raid. Appreciate you guys. Seriously. I don't have a shout out, but if you don't follow Gunter and God, you can post a link in your chat to your own channel, your own thing. Twitch.tv/Gunter and God. Check that dude out. He's awesome. Good dude. Good people. Thank you for the raid, man. Really appreciate that. Really do. I'm humbled. I'm humbled. Appreciate that. I've called in and I think I've been too loud, obnoxious a time or twice on your show, and I think Ahmad like cut my mic at least once. but he he appreciates me. I appreciate him very much. And you can call in if you want to join in and chat. You're more than welcome, my friend. Or anybody else.
Check their YouTubes.
I was watching the video and somebody handed one of the women on the bus like a big, huge bottle of water.
I don't know if they use anything else. They're not very savvy
like
or
one of the huge bottles that you buy for a.
There is a
I don't know what it's called.
Who is in Atlanta. Oh,
but like, how do you have that readily available?
So like this particular stream, it doesn't seem like anything's really popping off like that way. If anybody else, whatever. I'm not too concerned about that. Like as the night progresses, the night's early, and I do know how these things go. And some of those multi streams, like at some point, like I remember watching the Waukesha riots live, watching that Kyle Rittenhouse shit live. Like I was watching multi streams where that shit happened on it live. This is before I was a streamer. Same thing with a lot of different big events. January 6th, that was long before I was a streamer.
Welcome, Donnie.
But I've seen it. I've seen the shit happen. I've seen the shit fucking happen. We got Reed. What up, Reed? Good to see you, bro.
It's Butter Reeds.
Butter Reeds. Butter Reeds. Whatever. You guys are friends. You are. You disagree and agree to disagree. That's how you and I are. I mean, you and I don't agree, but I appreciate the shit out of you. I appreciate your honesty. When I ask you a question, you answer honestly. And if you ask me a question, in my opinion, I try and answer honestly. I do my best always.
And I think if we had a beer together at a bar, we would have.
We would fucking have an amazing time, bro. An amazing fucking time, and I can't wait for us to get to do it because
it'll happen.
I have reasons to drive down to Florida on occasion.
Yo, I want to go to the mountains. I'm sick of this flat land.
You can come up here, man. If you're up my way, come. If you're up in the North Kakalaki, man.
And
if you're up in the Kakalaki, I like the Kakalaki, man.
I can stop in South Carolina, get some illegal fireworks.
Come hang anytime.
I know the area.
More than welcome. More than welcome to hang.
Oh yeah.
So we got like at least 3 people over on YouTube. What up, YouTube? Say hello, YouTube. If anyone's in the chat on YouTube watching this shit. And the full show's over on Twitch.tv. But hell yeah, man. I'm showing way more viewers than I got on Twitch. So like, hey, what up? What up, YouTube? YouTube showing up.
Read one day, either myself or RealMightyJoe is going to end up doing a Heimlich on you to pop one of those gummies out of your mouth while you're choking on it.
Well, you know about the Heimlich maneuver, right?
It's not good for you.
Oh man, I got a joke on it. I got a joke on it, but I'm also dual streaming on YouTube right now, so I'll save that joke for later.
All right. Any notable people on YouTube?
I don't know. It just seems to be more people in here. I mean, if YouTube doesn't delete me for this video, that's nice. I got a strike on New Year's Eve for a video I made 2 years ago. So, I mean,
is it the fuck Joe Biden
video? No. It had nothing to do with that. Nothing even close to do with that. So, like, my whole thing, like, this is the reason why I don't even fuck with YouTube. I don't really fuck with YouTube at all. I live stream on Twitch almost every day. I'll be putting some shit up on Rumble more consistently because I can live stream on Rumble as well. You'll get like shorter versions of the show, teasers, if you will, driving out the audience back to twitch.tv/RealMightyJoe. That's where you can have the full chat, call in, engage with me, really, really have a conversation. That's where the real show happens. That's what's going on. That's what I'm trying to drive it back to. Basic as that,
I think that YouTube might be the predominant place for politics coming up in the next 2 or 3 years. I know that Rumble, it's not hitting with the audience because you can't talk unless you pay money.
Yeah. Twitch has the best chat. It definitely has the best chat by far.
It has the best chat. The problem with Twitch is it's so liberal. It's absolutely liberal.
Well, people like me will come here to change that. I will.
I'd like to see that.
I will dig. Well, I plan to dig my heels in here and make a difference.
I want to see that. I want to see.
It's the first platform where I felt like I could really like get some headway and enjoy what I'm trying to do and make a difference with it. And the internet's forever, so even though Twitch deletes my VODs over periods of time, any pernicious motherfucker that wants to find them can, I'm sure. So
I don't even know what pernicious means. What does that mean, Joe?
Devoted, down, like, yeah.
I've never heard anyone ever.
Verbose is another good.
Yeah, I know verbose. Pernicious,
but pernicious is like dedicated. Let's look up the definition. It's a great word. I don't know. I just used it. You didn't know that word?
No, I did not. I've never heard that in my life.
Pernicious.
If you're gonna pull away one thing tonight, you're gonna learn what pernicious means.
I mean, I might as well like define it. Having pernicious means having a harmful effect, especially in a gradual, subtle way. Pernicious.
Pernicious.
That's what I mean.
So it's the Biden administration, right? Pernicious.
So verbose, yeah.
Biden administration is pernicious.
Is that pernicious to permeate? No, that's all right. So this is just I want Webster. I don't like that definition.
Oh yeah. I don't like Google's
definitions are like awful. They're awful. They're really bad.
Like we're not going to take academic. We're not going to take the academic dictionaries anymore. We're going to take mainstream definitions. And
so for pernicious basically means to permeate. Insidious, sinister, or pernicious. Here's the thing. Did you know? Oh, here, I'll go ahead and put it up on the screen.
So it's like an acid bath, basically, slowly like dissolving away.
Oh, here, we'll pop it up on the screen for a second. It's just for the sake of fuck arounds.
Oh, Leroy's breaking out the big words, cantankerous.
Oh, cantankerous is a killer word.
I do know cantankerous.
Did you know? Insidious, sinister, and pernicious. Few would choose to be associated with people or things that are insidious, sinister, or pernicious. All three of these words have decidedly unpleasant meanings, each with its own particular shade of nastiness. Insidious comes from the Latin word ambush. Insidae, I'm probably mispronounced that, or insidae. It was probably insidae. Which is fitting, as this word often carries the meaning deceitful, stealthy, or harmful in an imperceptible fashion. The first two meanings may be applied to people or things. An insidious enemy, an insidious plot, while the last is usually applied to things, insidious problems, insidious sexism, in particular, to the gradual progress of a disease or an insidious malignancy. Sinister comes from the Latin word meaning on the left side unlucky, inauspicious. Also, it is commonly used today in the sense of evil, a sinister cult leader, a sinister plot. It also suggests an ominous foreshadowing of some unfavorable turn of events, a sinister omen. Pernicious has largely stayed true to its etymological root, the Latin pernicias, or ruin, destruction. Its original meaning in English, highly injurious or destructive. Usually applies to things pernicious, apathy, pernicious effects, and medical conditions, pernicious fever, pernicious anemia. When applied to people, pernicious means wicked.
I have never heard pernicious in my life for anything whatsoever.
Well, now you know.
Now I know.
Now you know.
Now we all know.
Oh, yeah. That's the word of the day. And
pernicious.
Hold on.
The letter P was brought to you by...
we got to create like a banner. The word of the day is pernicious.
The letter P was brought to you today by RealMightyJoe. P stands for pernicious.
Hold on.
That'd be great of you to have like a word for the fucking day. Holy shit. And you could do your whole show around a specific word if you were
true.
If you were to
man, dude, I'm a language nerd. Don't tempt me. I'm such a fucking language nerd.
I'm telling you, that's fucking cool as shit. Like, imagine, like, today's stream is about pernicious. And then don't just I mean, you could add it to one of the fucking words that describes your stream for the day, but nobody's gonna know what pernicious is. Or you might attract the wrong crowd.
Oh, dude, I was trying to do it. Oh, I gotta fix this. I'm trying to create a banner where I'm gonna say today's show is brought to you by the letter P. RealMightyJoe show today was brought to you by the letter P. Word of the day. Word of the day. And no, because this will be a template, and I can pop it up for like
hell yeah,
any word. Like you change the letter, change the word, right?
Yep.
Word of the day is I'll be pernicious, which can be wicked or evil, really.
Because I mean, that's not unfar from like where.
But pernicious, precise as well, right? We could look up the etymology of the word. Actually, that would be a lot of fun
for you. Maybe not your viewers.
I mean, whatever.
Or maybe. Who knows?
I mean, they're hanging. We got 10 people up in here, so there's the pernicious. All right,
you got a riot happening in Atlanta, and we're talking about fucking scholastics. You know.
I mean, yeah. Hooked on phonics worked for me, man. But I'm curious about pernicious etymology. Yeah.
Pernicious etymology.
I love etymology. It's something I'm super fucking passionate about.
The older I get, the more I'm interested in it. It's one of those like old head things.
Well, yeah, it's where the words come from.
Right? And then you start realizing that, like, oh, well,
and it's amazing. Like, it blows your fucking mind.
There's just slang of something else, of something else, of something else.
Well, yeah.
Or there was like some outrageous atrocity that happened, and they refused to talk about specific words, and they changed them to different dialect. There's like some crazy shit that happened in history that like completely changed what we use as normal speaking points today. Like, were derived from atrocities that happened in the past.
All right, so let's go ahead and see it.
Research has
from Winston's English Academy. The word number 26, pernicious etymology. Let's go for it. 3 minutes.
Reeser has a wall of text that he has to talk about.
Hello everyone, how are you doing today? The 26th word of a Word a Day Challenge 2021 is pernicious. Pernicious. It comes from the Latin perniciosus, which means destructive. Even after decades and centuries, this word has remained true to its root word. There could be pernicious books or pernicious programs, pernicious news, pernicious consequences, pernicious customs, doctrines, pernicious ideas. For instance, you can say that he lost his business because of your pernicious idea. So pernicious could be used for anything that causes damage, anything that causes harm, destructive, extremely wicked, extremely evil. Let us look at some of the contexts in which you can use this word. First, you can use pernicious for weeds. So you can say that the pernicious weeds destroyed my rose plants. You can use pernicious for medical conditions of your body and mind. It refers to a disease or ailment that spreads in your body slowly. For instance, you can say, smoking has pernicious effects on our body. Or, I suffered from pernicious anemia or fever. When using pernicious for human beings, it would mean wicked, evil, mischievous, aggressive, those who love to fight. For instance, you can say that the pernicious act of my friend destroyed my trust in friendship. Or you can say that you shouldn't have given shelter to that pernicious visitor. There could be pernicious rivalry between two people. This reminds me of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet, where the prince is horrified and he expresses his horror through these words. You men, you beasts, that quench the fire of your pernicious rage through purple fountains issuing from your veins. That's Shakespeare. There could be pernicious news, pernicious rumors that force people to take unwanted actions. So refrain yourself from being pernicious, doing anything pernicious. Control your pernicious thoughts, pernicious ideas, and pernicious actions, and be human.
Pernicious.
Well, that's a pernicious. Pernicious. Not prenacious, pernicious.
Pernicious.
Yeah. There you go. All right, so Diamond and Silk, the media personality, Diamond, who is the loudest person, she died unexpectedly. I'm not sure if she was vaccinated or not. But there's a lot of people that have been talking about this. There was Trump actually went to her funeral today, and there was a number of speeches and things.
Yeah, I heard she didn't know who Silk was. Like she knew Diamond. He knew Diamond, but didn't know who Silk was.
Well, no, they were a sister group that was always together at the same time, always. So they were
but he did there was some statement made that he didn't know who Silk was on the left on the left side. On the left side, yeah, like it's probably not true, but.
Not even close, Drew. I'm just. He literally went there to like their funeral. Like, so I can't even imagine that he doesn't know that the other sister or who's hosting the funeral for her sister. Like, he knows who that person is. That's obvious.
I'm regurgitating the bullshit that I heard today.
Oh yeah, you heard a lot of bullshit.
Yeah, like I like to keep you informed on the bullshit.
That's cool. Hey, man.
The left is spouting.
I appreciate it.
We lost someone very, very
valuable resource. If I start getting really rich, I'll pay you. So this is a Diamond and Silk's brother.
I can't even really find the words to describe that. But as you know, she was a sister.
And if you're watching this on YouTube, we're about to end the stream over there. So please abandon ship from YouTube. Find your way over to twitch.tv/RealMightyJoe. I'll pop it up on the screen here. This is where the full show is. We got a number of people watching on YouTube. Please migrate over here because this stream will be on in just a few minutes over here on YouTube. And thanks y'all for your support. Appreciate it.
Now, he might not know this, but President, I love you too.
This
you gotta let people know.
This is
flowers, right?
Cringe as shit.
We sit up here and we act like we, no. You let that person know you love them. I love you. I love you, President. And quiet as kept. I've been on this earth for a little while now, and you're the best president we ever had. I'm just checking.
Pause this for a minute.
Me, but
because I'm going to say something that you don't agree with.
Sister right quick and everything. Since we got that out the way, now I feel like we family because we all like the same thing, and that's President Trump.
You're not going to pause it, are you?
That was the end of the clip.
So look at the people that are on stage. The woman has fucking diamonds around her fucking hat. Do they look like they're mourning somebody? They do not. They look like they're pushing an agenda. This is what the left is going to see from this fucking video clip is fucking gangsters like representing, hey, we know when a mob boss gives us a little treat, we're going to be like, hell yeah, we love that treat. Hell yeah, we love what you're giving to us. That is the furthest from a mourning statement.
So here's her sister.
As soon as Diamond hung up the phone, she said to me, I can't breathe. It was suddenly, out of nowhere and no warning. I got her to the kitchen table, opened up the back door so that she can get some air. And each breath was less
And again, if you're watching on YouTube, I'm going to duck off of YouTube pretty soon. So we'll finish this segment, but then we're going to be shifting gears. So please switch over to twitch.tv/RealMightyJoe. If you want to watch the full show, join the conversation.
They told us to lay her flat. They said do CPR, and it was 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. My husband and I alternated and kept going and going and going until the emergency truck came into the yard and the EMS came into the house. They did everything that they could. So what I want to say to everybody is don't you dare call me a conspiracy theorist, because I saw it happen. I saw how it happened. I was there when it happened, and it happened suddenly. I want America to wake up and pay attention. Something ain't right. It's time to investigate what's really going on here and get some answers to why are people falling dead suddenly. As soon as Diamond hung up
the I mean, you live an unhealthy life, you will die suddenly. Like, I don't understand what they're concerned about. But
right.
And have you like, can you pull a picture up of Diamond? Like, see what she looks like?
No, they're big ladies. No. But
she's a big lady, and yeah, I mean,
she's saying the suffocation and the spontaneous death shit. They might have all been vaccinated because they were going into all these media things. And I'm telling you, man, you're not allowed to ask about the yab.
I'm not saying.
And speaking of which, YouTube. I'm gonna go ahead and end this live stream over on YouTube. If you have not found your way over to twitch.tv/RealMightyJoe, where the real full conversation happens. You can call in, you can interact with me. That's where you're going to find it. I almost never go live on YouTube. Had a hair up my ass. I'll probably get a strike off it, but find the real show over here. Let's go.
So
let's kill that fucker.
I weigh close to like 190